Hi, welcome to this video. And right now we're going to start off by driving to Porto from Lisbon. We just finished our time in Lisbon and now we're driving over to Porto. And we've seen a lot of people ask about what's it like driving. Well, we rented a car for a month and this is what one of the rest stops look like. And we're going to go in here and get some food here in just a minute so you can see what it's like traveling. And we had a great time traveling. The roads are wonderful. Let's go inside. I'm having a tuna salad. Donna's having this beef stew. And we're gonna have 2 of these for dessert. Yeah. A little bit of sparkling water and some coffees. And here's what it looks like. There's the highway there right out in front of the rest stop. And we're gonna hit the road again. This road looked remind me of a video game. There's not much traffic at all, and now we're just getting ready to pull into Porto.
Hi, welcome to Porto.
Hey everybody, we made it. We drove in from Lisbon, left Lisbon around 11 o'clock today, and it is just a little bit, it's almost 4:30. We've been here for a little while, we've checked in. We're in the apartment we rented in Porto. This place has a fantastic view off of our little deck here of the Porto Bridge overlooking the river walk area. And they were nice enough to leave us a bottle of wine. So I think we're going to go hit a grocery store, cook some food and eat in tonight. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea. We've been eating out every night since we've been in Lisbon. So eating at home will be a treat, especially with a great bottle of wine.
So we will see you in a little bit. Here's some more video. I'm going to show you what the apartment we rented looks like right now.
Enjoy.
Okay, this is the 1-bedroom place that we stayed at. It was decorated really nice. They also gave us a bottle of wine there, as you can see. And I'll tell you, that wine was fantastic. It became my favorite wine to drink in our whole trip. I'd like to buy some of it to find while we're back at the U.S. Monte Velo, I think it's called, and that was very good. Anyways, this is the place we stayed at. It was not large, but it was very adequate, and it was very decorated, nice. And look at this view. This is why we rented the place. We had this fantastic view. We could see the bridge and the whole city from here. And it's getting later in the day, so we're getting ready to go out and buy some groceries. We're going to eat in tonight. It's a little bit too late to get out. And this has a nice little porch on it. We can sit out here. And here we are in the kitchen. We're going to cook some food here in a little while. It was a nice little kitchen, had everything you need, including a dishwasher. And in the side room, we had a washing machine, and we did do some laundry, and we hung our clothes up. There's like a laundry rack up above in there, and all that worked out really well. And going from the kitchen, this is the entranceway leading in. I tell you, I just love the doors. I know a lot of people have talked about the doors in Portugal. The woodwork and the doors are just fantastic. Nothing to complain about whatsoever. Tile floors, and here's the bathroom. It was tile walls. I think every place we stayed at for the whole month, we stayed at I think 9 places. Everything was tile everywhere. It's just really beautiful. We were already planning to go back, and we would like to retire in Portugal and move there. And look at this bedroom. This bedroom was just fantastically decorated. And these are solid wood sliding closet doors. And then we've got these 2 gigantic, well, not gigantic, but they're quite large windows, one on each side of this mirror here. And you can open them up. Actually, I've shot some video out the window at night coming up I'm going to show. And you've got your pull down awnings that you can close at night to enclose yourself in. And here's another angle of the bedroom. Really nice floors, nice decoration. There's some of our backpacks that we walk around with, our camera gear and so on. Now let's look at some of the groceries we picked up. Okay, we went shopping, and that was quite a trip. We got lost. Ended up going across the bridge into downtown in the middle of rush hour traffic to go to find a grocery store, which was insane, yeah. People beeping everywhere, stuck in little side roads for 10 and 15 minutes at a time. At one point had the police behind us that I couldn't even move. We finally were able to move and let them go by. But anyways, this is what we picked up. We got some eggs, got some oil and vinegar, all kinds of nuts, fruits. The hamburger here, this is a mixture of ground beef and pork. They grind it up right there in front of you. I think that's a very good price. $3.29. A couple big beers. We picked up 2 large steaks in these packages. Some cheese. Some chicken for later, another day. We're gonna cook the steaks tonight, if we can figure out how to here. Some water. Got these olives, look fresh. Some mushrooms. A little bit of sausage. I tossed in a can of sardines just cause. Got some Kerrygold butter. Some other cheeses. Some zucchini. Some salad mixture. Some non-sugar sweetener that we use. Oh, macadamia nuts. $5.50. This was, I don't know, it doesn't show the pound price, I don't see. This was a good price. That's why I had to get some macadamia nuts. It was a lot cheaper than what I normally pay in the US. Anyways, that's what we got at the store. And all this cost, let me see if I can show this here, $106.58.
Which is an excellent price.
Which I think is an excellent price, yes. Excellent price?
Yes. Yes.
Now here's some views from our Airbnb apartment we rented. I'm using a 300mm zoom lens on a crop sensor camera, so this is actually 450mm, quite a good zoom range. And this was a pretty nice day. It's just going into the evening here, and then we're going to be getting ready to go heading down. Oh, first off at night, this was our night views right here of the bridge, and it's dark at the bottom. That's the roofs cutting off some of the bottom of the video there. And this was just so pleasant. I mean, you open that bottle of wine, you cook a meal inside, you know, that you make yourself, and you sit there and you have this view. What more could you ask for? This was just fantastic, super relaxing. We loved every bit of it. Okay, now it's the next day, and we are heading down to the Riverwalk area. And what we found walking down is just wine place after wine place. Lots of buildings. They're all different brands of wine. You could go in them and see barrels and wine testing. And we're not even down to the Riverwalk yet. This is just walking down from our apartment, which was a long hill down. I'm going to speed it up here. And we're going to get down there, and it's going to drop us off right into this marina area. And we really liked this. This was a really nice view here. It's a pretty cloudy day here. I wish it was a little bit more sunny. And there's lots of little buildings and restaurants and shops. And we're right by a bunch of these, the river boats. There's a bunch of them all docked right here. And a lot of people were getting off the river boats, and they had some tour buses coming and picking people up and dropping some people off to go on the river boats. Yeah, we'd like to go on one of these riverboat cruises at some point. And now here I had to shoot this. I couldn't believe it. A Pizza Hut in Portugal.
Welcome to Porto.
Now here's a view from across the water. I'm shooting with my zoom lens here. Lots of colorful buildings, lots of boats going by. And here we see two boats kind of tying in next to each other. There's lots to see, lots to do. We had a great time, and we're also going to walk over to the other side here later in the video. Both sides are kind of different from each other. There's a zoom in. There's a lot of people gathering over there, and there was a lot going on. There were some sports events and a lot of drinking going on. And we walked into this area here with a lot of tents, a lot of vendors selling things. All up and down the streets, there's vendors. And now we're going to go into this building here. It's like a food court. It reminded me like a smaller version of the food court area that we went to in Lisbon. And you can sample all kinds of food here. I mean, you got to pay for these, of course. Actually, I bought one of those little fold-up things of different meats. And they had all kinds of fruits and vegetables in here. We actually picked up some. And then on the other side, there's lots of food vendors selling different kinds of food. And of course, beer. You'll see that coming up. Everything is very pleasant. Everybody's very friendly. And great prices. You can't beat it. We'd really look forward to retiring and moving here someday. A lot of pre-made fruit parfaits or dishes, whatever you want to call them, and all kinds of nuts. I ate a lot of different nuts while we were there, and cheeses. Oh man, the cheeses were fantastic. Now we're over on the food side. They've got all kinds of seafood, meat dishes, salad dishes, some kind of specialty drinks here, and beer. You can't go without getting some beer. Actually, we bought two of the large cups that you get to take with you, souvenir cups and beer. And I tell you, we really love the beer there. I had some of the best beer I've had anywhere in my life, honestly. We kept buying more and more of it and drinking it every day. I put on quite a few pounds just from drinking all the beer and wine and eating quite a bit. We went kind of off of the normal diet that we're on and ate a lot of sweets as well. And now we're back outside. You can see more of the street vendors selling all kinds of items as you walk around. And pan around here, and there's restaurants over here to the side. And mixed in with restaurants, every once in a while you run right into another wine shop. Here's one of the wine places, another one right here. There's so many of them, all up and down the street. Here's some roasted nuts. And here's one of the boats coming by. Got lots of video of these different boats. They're pretty interesting looking. And another view. I'm standing down by the water's edge, panning down the strip area here, the waterfront. And up above, they've got those little flying, I'm not sure what they're called. It's not a monorail where you could ride. And here we're going to go inside this place here. And this was a really interestingly decorated place. Lots of books. I'm not sure if these were real or artificial. I didn't go up and touch them. Okay, that was a little bit of live music going on there for you. That was kind of interesting. And now we're going to go into a Portuguese sardine can shop. And there's my wife saying, hey. Hello, hello. And they have just walls full of cans of sardines. A lot of these are dated for different years. I guess people collect them. It's a very colorful place. I really like sardines. My wife, she doesn't like them at all, but I don't mind eating sardines anytime. Kind of like a Disneyland looking type of place. And here we are back outside. They have all these boats docked out there. This looks like they're permanently out there for decorations. And it looks great. Got some wine barrels in some of them there. And there's the bridge back there in the background. You got the low walkway, the high walkway. And here's another wine shop. I'm going to go in here and check it out. Got some old-timey looking, looks like kit cars right there. Going to make our way in and see what they have to offer here. That's great stonework. The buildings and the buildings and the doors and the woodwork. Actually, I found some of this here in our local store, and I bought a bottle of this from this Sandman. Not sure how you actually pronounce it. And here we are. We're going to take a look inside real quick. I bought a bottle of the Ruby. I actually poured it over ice cream. Tastes really good on ice cream, or I sipped on some as well. Much better price to buy it in Portugal, that's for sure. I paid $23 for it here in the United States. And the other wine that we really liked that I showed earlier, you can buy that in Portugal for like $4 and $3.75 to $4.50 depending where you're at. And over here, it's like $22 a bottle. Some more views of the area here, the Riverwalk area. When we went grocery shopping, we got seriously lost. We ended up deep in the center of Porto, completely lost, trying to find a grocery store in rush hour traffic. It was quite an experience, going down little turn roads, and then you're stuck 20 cars in front of you that don't move for 10 minutes. Then I had police behind us for a while, and everyone's beeping horns everywhere. Definitely a different experience, especially driving in it, because I was driving in our rental car. But we finally found a gigantic mall. It was like 3 or 4 stories. Huge grocery store. And we're getting closer and closer to the bridge. And down by the underneath part of the bridge, they had some live music playing. I'm going to show you a little sample of that coming up right now.
But things just get so crazy, living life gets hard to do. And I am glad to hit the road, get up and go if I do. That someday it will
Okay, that was fun. And now we're basically almost right under the bridge, getting ready to go start walking across it to go to the other side. A lot of crazy stuff going on the other side. A lot of crazy stuff. And here we are going up on the bridge. This is the lower part of the bridge we're walking across. And here's a view on the other side of the bridge. Really beautiful view. And there's another cement bridge way over there in the distance you can see. We speed this up as we walk across here in high-speed mode. And I saw this boat coming, so this was a great video opportunity to shoot this. We're right under the bridge. We never did go on a boat ride here. The next day it was raining. We had to stay in. It rained the whole day. And here's another view from the other side of the bridge. A lot of colorful houses. Big cement wall going down to the water's edge. And here we are on the other side of the bridge. Some kind of tour bus or local bus coming by. Bus going this way. And hey, bus going that way. Another tour bus looking type of vehicle. And now we're going to walk down to the other side here of the bridge on this side of the river walk. Oh, and I have to show you this. My wife was just amazed at this. To prevent vehicles from driving down into the Riverwalk area, they've got this peg that sticks up like that, and these guys can get behind their truck, and they have a remote button, and it makes the peg go down into the ground, and then it will pop back up afterwards. And she just thought that was the coolest thing, so I had to stick that in there. There's my wife looking around in one of the shops, and here's another angle of the bridge from the other side here. And what's going on here on the other side is there were some sporting events going on, and there was a lot of people down here celebrating and drinking a lot. And we ended up walking right through it, not really realizing or thinking much about it. But as we got to the other side, there was a gigantic police presence starting to show up in riot gear. So what was happening there is this guy was jumping in the water, and it was pretty cold out, and everyone was egging him on, and yelling and screaming. Looked like a lot of fun. He jumped in a few times, only got him coming out that one time. And now we're walking towards the thicker parts of the crowd here coming up. And everyone's just having a really good time. There's restaurants all along here. People are eating, drinking everywhere. Lots of people hanging out. And how about some music? Another street musician. He played quite a few songs and we hung around for a little while, but I couldn't put that on the video because that was all copyrighted music that he was playing, so I didn't want to get in trouble. And there we see the police presence at this end. My wife was talking to some of them, telling them they looked really good in their riot gear. She thought it looked really neat, and I was like, leave them alone. It was kind of crazy. And then someone started throwing firecrackers into parts of the edges of the crowd, and that riled up everybody, and then had the police running over, looking to see what was going on. And as it got later in the evening, it got a little bit more rowdier as the evening went on. Here's another boat going down the river here from the other side. Nice view of that. And with all this going on, I'll have to say, we never felt like we were in fear for our life, or I didn't think I was going to be robbed or attacked or anything like that. Everyone was just having a good time. And, when you get a bunch of people together having a good time, drinking a bit, people do get a little bit rowdy. And here we see a McDonald's over here. Same thing happens in the United States. You go to a bar or a place where there's a lot of people, sports games going on, football going on. People do get a little bit rowdy here and there. And that's what was happening. And here we see a church over here. It is starting to get quite a bit darker now. And we're actually heading back down a streetway, which leads us to this tunnel. We bought one of these souvenirs, and I actually dropped it accidentally, and it broke in half. And my wife actually super glued it back together, so I do still have it. And here's a little park. We wanted to go over there, but it was starting to get late, and they were kind of telling people to, kind of move out of the area. So we kept on walking, and the little tunnel area is down here coming up. And now we're back on the other side of the bridge, and this is another wine place. You go in here and see all the barrels. Looks like they do tours in here. We didn't take the tour. Like I said, it's getting late, so we started to head back home. But we are going to see this other side here at night here coming up. So stay tuned. This was a really neat waterfall. This was quite dark in here. I'm surprised how well the video came out. I'm really happy with this. And here's what the outside of the place looks like. More nice brick or stone. And let's head on back down. You see the restaurants all starting to light up as it's getting darker out. And you can see there's not very many people over on this side. The other side seems like that's where all the locals go to party and have a great time. And this is kind of seems more like the tourist side does. More tourists walking around. This is where all the street vendors were. There's still a couple of them here you can see with things laid out. And here's another view. There's a transit system train going up across the top area of the bridge there. And you can see the city starting to light up from the other side over there. It's a very beautiful scenery. Lots of colorful buildings. That's actually tile on that building with that blue. It looks different at night. Gonna walk by more restaurants here. Restaurants, little shops. Actually, before we left the area here, we stopped and had some more little pastries before heading home. And we actually got lost going home. Walking down was super easy. Walking back up the big hill, the road split 3 different ways, and we ended up taking a wrong way walking, and it made us add about another 30 to 40 minutes to our walk. And this was all going uphill. Here's one of these, I'm not sure what they call these things. That's crazy. And now here we are back at the apartment, the 1-bedroom apartment. And we're cooking some dinner. There's some of them steaks you saw us earlier by. We made a salad. I'm drinking a sugar-free Coke, actually. They have sugar-free Cokes all over the place there. Okay, this is our last day in Porto, and it's been raining out, misting, and foggy. So we are eating in eggs. This is what I like to eat, actually. Ate this at home. Eggs. And I take a hamburger and I'm going to crunch that up. I'm going to mix it in with the eggs. And that's what I call my champion breakfast. Okay, my wife says I should have showed what my meal looks like cut up. My breakfast of champions here. That's how I like to do it. I break up the meat, mix it with the eggs, throw a little salt on it, and I am good. Yum, yum, yum. And there's what the weather looks like today in Porto. Rainy, it's also windy and foggy. It actually dropped 10 degrees since yesterday. This time a day yesterday, I think it was about 64, and it's around 54 today, 54 to 52 today. Well, it's in the afternoon, it's 2:30, and we still have not left the house here, our apartment. Here's the view we're seeing. It's been raining off and on. Just a few minutes ago, it started pouring down raining. And the fog has been, at one point it was starting to lighten up. We could see the bridge pretty good, and then all of a sudden more fog moved in and it actually got worse, and then brought in the rain that's going on right now. So this is our last day in Porto. We're enjoying basically a day off from our vacation, hanging out. I've been editing some pictures. Well, it's almost checkout time here today, and I was hoping to be able to run out to the bridge and get a couple more photos. But as you can see, wow, look at this fog. You can't even see the bridge. Here, let me open this door here. This is worse fog than yesterday. The rain stopped, but wow. It's 10:40 right now. Oh, actually it's 9:40. We're supposed to be checked out by 11, but they told us we can stay basically as long as we want. A little bit longer, no big rush. But this is what the day looks like. It's going to be hard to even drive it. So maybe we'll stay till at least 11:30. Okay, thanks for watching. That's our video on Porto. Next, we'll be heading down the road to, I think it's called Aveiro, if I'm pronouncing that right, where they've got the little boats that go around. And we had a good time there. We're going to have a lot of video from there. We actually also went down to the beach area. And next, after that, we're going to be heading to Nazaré, I think it's called. And we really love that area. That's one of the areas we could see moving to. Anyways, please like and subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a lot more videos coming out from Portugal. We traveled up and down the whole coast from one end to the other, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.